Today, in Minecraft, we set upon the journey of 200 days in hardcore ice and fire dragons. Our first 100 days was absolutely epic. We went ahead and got ourselves our very own massive fire dragon. This thing was insane. We also took out a lot of bosses, but there is still so much more to explore and discover. So here it is, 200 days in Minecraft hardcore ice and fire. Here's what happened. Alright, so let's get it. It's day 101 and I swoop in on my gigantic fire dragon inferno.
Nice.
And then I oof into that wall. Anyway, there was a creeper in my home. I did not like him, so he is now dead. I straight away then checked out my little dragon I got at the end of my first 100 days. This was Pixie. Yeah, only 15 days old. But I was going to make that dragon pretty epic. I then checked out the dragon steel sword that I wanted to get, and that was pretty much what I was going to spend my time doing at the start of this 100 days. I then got some dragon meal and decided to kill lots more animals to get more dragon meal. I did have a plan this 100 days, so I was gonna get to it. I wanted to level up my dragon super big, super fast. So Khaleesi started off by getting some dragon meals to level her up pretty quickly. She was now 34 days old. Things were going good, but I was tired, so I went to bed. So day 102, I'll be very honest, was actually kind of boring. I made some dragon bone walls, and then the rest of the day I basically threw stuff into lava. Okay, so the next day my mom was off my back and my room was super tidy, so I decided to head on out because I wanted to get myself some flowers. You guys really have no idea where this is going. Anyway, yeah, I picked up some yellow flowers and some roses because I like the way they smell. That's a lie. I wanted to get some dye, so yeah, I got the dye, I then dyed my wool, and I made myself some banners. This is gonna be cool, people, just wait a second, okay? So I got dragon skulls, and then made some epic dragon skull banners. See, I told you guys, you gotta trust me. This looks absolutely epic. Yo, check that out. In my colors, yellow and red, dragon banners, I'm liking it. Now, the dragons do have a slot to put banners on them. That's why I made these things. And I tried them out, and let's be honest, it looks super weird. So, yeah, I just put them there.
Okay.
Alright, so let's get down to real business. I picked up Khaleesi, who's actually a male dragon. I keep on calling her a she, but that's just what happens. Anyway, I get over to this little area where I have my ice forge, and I set down my ice dragon. Straight away, he starts blasting into the forge. This is epic because I am now going to be able to make dragon steel. I go in with some iron ingots and, of course, some ice dragon blood. And there you have it, my first ice dragon steel ingot.
Oh my god! Wow!
A lot of these words are kind of hard to get off the tip of my tongue, but anyway, yeah. I then go ahead and make my ice dragon steel sword. This thing, oh my days, is absolutely sick. I go ahead and enchant it straight away. I get Smite 4 and Unbreaking 3, so this thing is pretty cool. Test it out in this per sheep, and it's a one hit. This thing deals like 27 damage. It's insane. So I go ahead and put away the rest of my swords because I now have this epic beast. Alright, so now that I had the sword, I was feeling a little bit adventurous. The next couple of days were going to be absolutely epic. I started off by going over to Khaleesi, checking out how he was getting on. He was making me more steel ingots, which was pretty sweet. I then went ahead and made some glass bottles because I did have a plan to get more ice dragon blood so I could go ahead and make more of the ingots. So I set out on my dragon to try and find ice dragons. But the first dragon I found was a fire dragon. So, I mean, I had to take him out. So, that's what I did. Hovering above these dragons is the best way to defeat them, and that's exactly how I got this dude. Took him out in a couple of minutes and harvested him up to get all of his flesh and, yeah, his skull. It's actually pretty dark. Anyway, I then went ahead to go and get all of the gold from his nest, and standing right beside that nest was a cyclops. So I decided to test out my new sword, and oh my days, it is good. Woo-hoo. Took out this guy in a couple of shots and got his legendary weapon, the Eye of the Cyclops. This thing is absolutely insane and inflicts weakness on any nearby enemies when I'm battling and holding it in my hand. I then went ahead and found an ice dragon and hovered above again and took this guy out. I was really loving Inferno. I mean, he's so powerful. I was taking these dragons out with ease. So straight away I went down and decided to get what I came for. I got 7 vials of the ice dragon blood, which was pretty good for a stage 3 dragon. I then went on to try to find more ice dragons, but kept on coming across fire dragons, and I did have to take those out. But of course then I got distracted and decided to mine up more of the gold. I was going to need gold for the likes of armor and other stuff that I had planned in the future. Anyway, on my travels I then found a village, so decided to take the waystone. These do come in handy for getting around. So I then came across another fire dragon, but said, it's time to go home. So on day 108, I actually enjoyed myself a lot. I started off by grabbing the ice blood and some iron ingots and heading straight over to my man Khaleesi. My man, Khaleesi, yep, sounds super weird. Anyway, I got the ingots and the blood into the forge to make myself some more steel. I then made myself a little armor stand so I could go ahead and make my first piece of the armor. These were some ice dragon steel leggings. Ooh, yeah, so this was gonna be pretty sick. This armor was gonna make me super tough. I couldn't wait to get the full set. So the next day was pretty simple. I just did some tasks. I got myself some more glass bottles because I was going to need more blood. I then went ahead and killed lots of cows. I mean, lots of them. Anyway, I used the meat then to make myself some dragon meal because I did want to upgrade my dragons. It was a long day. I headed to bed, but things were starting to happen. So, like I just said, things were in fact starting to happen. I started off these next few days by going over to Khaleesi and feeding him some of the dragon meal I had just made. I realized he was a stage 2 and he was only 43 days old, so I gave him some more and he did in fact get to stage 3, and now he was 50 days old. I then had a look and realized that I had got a lot of this ice dragon steel, so I went ahead and made a chest plate and some boots. I could not wait to have the full set. I enchanted it straight away and got some nice feather falling and other stuff on my boots that I was pretty happy about. I then went over to the stand and put it down. I just needed the helmet. Man, this was going to be sick. So I did have some time to burn waiting for the rest of the steel to smelt, so I went ahead and got Inferno upgraded. He was now a stage 5 and looking absolutely huge. I mean, huge. This dragon was insanely big. Anyway, I headed out to explore and to see what I could find. I possibly wanted to find another underground dragon to get another egg, so I took a look around, and I usually start off when I find a large corpse. It's a good indication that there's a bigger dragon around, so I went down into the caves. But the first thing I found was actually a mob spawner. It was a zombie mob spawner, so nothing too crazy. I got some nice stuff out of the chest and continued on. Anyway, after a while, I did in fact find another spawner, which was pretty insane. This time, a spawner that I could use, a skeleton spawner. This was nice because I did need bones to make more dragon meal. So I put down a waystone and called this place the Bone Farm. This is where I was going to get my excess bones to make more of that dragon meal. This was a great find and I was super happy, so I stayed here for a little bit, slaying some skeletons. Anyway, I headed on out because I heard something weird, and then I saw this guy. What? This dude is insane. I cannot remember what this guy is called. All I know is he's huge and he's made from iron. Whoa, I was not expecting that. Dude came at me absolutely hard and I wasn't doing any damage whatsoever. It was only when he does this overhead swing that I could hit the back where the diamond sword is, I should say, and then I was able to in fact do some damage. So after a long hard battle of him swiping and trying to take my head off, I was in fact able to get in close enough and deal the final blow and take this guy out. Absolutely sick animation of this guy going to his knees and then dropping his weapon and his helmet. A nice little bonus to the end of the day that I was not expecting, but that was pretty sweet. A good couple of days. So the fun didn't stop there because I went out exploring more. Because remember, I did want more of this ice blood. So I came across another ice dragon and took it out absolutely super easily. I mean, Inferno was an absolute boss. So I went up to this thing to try and get the ice blood, and out of nowhere, another dragon came. Look at my hearts, people. I was down to 2.5. It almost got me. I could not believe it. My 200 days could have been over right there, right then. I was insanely scared, but from this little hole that I found in the ground, I was able to take some shots at this ice dragon. It wasn't for a while until Inferno came over and started to help. This was insane. Again, I got hit. I had to go back down. I was lucky I had golden apples, but Inferno raged on and was able to defeat this dragon. It was insane. I almost died twice, but I suppose it was pretty cool because I now had 2 ice dragons to loot. That was so close and way too close for my liking, but we managed to get away with it, and we also managed to get more ice blood, which was pretty epic. Gotta be honest, I almost had a heart attack at this stage of the video, but it was also super fun as well. Inferno was insanely powerful and I was super proud of her. Gave her some chicken and some pork as a reward. Oh man, I love this dragon. Okay, so on day 120, I had to change the pace. I mean, that was an insane 10 days that I spent out there, but I was back home and it was time to just settle down and get some stuff done. I went straight over to Khaleesi, got all of the ice blood in with the iron ingots that I had just collected, and headed back over to place down my new weapons that I got. Honestly, my armor was going to be insane, so I didn't need that stuff, and this sword that I have is pretty crazy too. So I went ahead and just made some more dragon meal and called it a night. Come on, people, I almost died a second ago. I need some rest. Okay, but it was on day 121 where I went ahead and got one of my first biggest goals done. I was super excited for this day. It had finally come. I went over to Khaleesi, got more of the iced dragon steel, went ahead and made this epic axe. This thing was insane. I also finished off my armor set by getting the helmet. Went straight over and enchanted that stuff, which was pretty cool. I also got some nice enchantments on the axe, especially the fact it was silk touch. This thing was pretty cool, but there it was. I had the full set of the iced dragon steel armor, popped it on, and let's be honest, I look like one crazy dragon slayer. Ho ho, so good.
Nice.
So I was feeling pretty awesome with my new weaponry and my new armor, so I decided it was time to head back out and go exploring. I mean, this place is insane. I've got some pretty cool mods in here, so it was never a dull moment. I went ahead and killed another one of these ice woolly mammoth yeti things, and I got its weapon. I don't really know, but it's pretty cool. I then ended up finding a desert biome, which was nice because I hadn't really found one of these before. I then went down into this temple, got some enchanting books, nothing crazy, and picked up myself some TNT. I then noticed that there was a dragon right up on the side of this mountain, which I thought looked pretty epic, so I decided to go and kill him, because I am a dragon slayer now. Ooh, I'm so tough. Anyway, yeah, I took that guy out and decided I wanted to take everything he owned, including his heart. Yeah, this is dark. Anyway, I picked up all of that gold and then went down and actually found these guys. Now, I don't know what these guys are called, the Bill Bacharachs or something. There's some weird name, but they're basically like Tiki tribe men, and their main boss is crazy. He uses the power of the sun and like shoots me with fire even though it's nighttime. I mean, he's unbelievably powerful, and his little minions are so annoying. Look at them. Yeah, but I killed them all and took their mask. I was gonna wait till morning to go after the boss. Okay, so I did come across these guys before in different series, and I know that I can actually trade with this boss guy. That's why I was saving up the gold. I need 5 gold blocks to go ahead and trade with this dude to get his power of the sun. I don't know why his little minions were still punching me, but they were, so I had to get out of there. I went back to my dragon, and lo and behold, there was another one waiting there to try and kill me. Luckily, I was able to get back up onto Inferno and take this guy out from above. Don't mess with me, bro, you know what I'm saying? Alright, okay, I'll be honest, he almost got me because it took me a while to get back onto my dragon, but we did in fact kill him. I then wanted to test out my new powers. I was able to shoot rays of sun at cows, and then do this. Yep, I was basically Iron Man. What is happening right now? Haha, this was pretty sick, and I realized I could go back to this dude and replenish my power anytime I wanted, as it has a 20-minute cooldown. Pretty epic. I got home and decided I wanted to put up some of my trophies. Yeah, all those guys' heads. Anyway, I got the ender pearls I had and made some eyes of ender. I realized I was super powerful. Look at my armor, look at my weapons. I think it was time to go and fight the ender dragon. I could probably take him out in like 2 or 3 hits. I mean, I'm an absolute boss up in here. Alright, I flew out on Inferno and basically just kept going in the direction of the ender pearls. And I obviously got distracted along the way, had to kill some dragons. This was taking a lot of time. Anyway, I got to a point where I thought that it was. But yeah, I wasn't really sure. I kind of was, throwing it up and it was breaking and going down. Was it under here? It was somewhere, so I decided to go down and have a look. It wasn't working. Then I thought it was right here in the center. So I made a little well and decided to go down. Dig deep down, and boom, I actually found it. I was buzzing. All right, we had it. We now had to go and find the end portal. I'll be honest, people. This took literally nearly an hour. I swear, it took an hour in real life time. I could not find it anywhere, but eventually I did. Oh my days, it was insane how difficult this was to find. Anyway, I realized there wasn't even one eye of ender in here, so I put down the 7 that I had remaining and realized I had to go and get 5 more. Alright, so I finally made it back home and realized that yes, I've got a lot of work to do. I only had 3 ender pearls left and I needed 5 eyes of ender. So I had to go back into the nether because I needed more blaze rods. So that's what I did. I went back in. This is the first time I've been here since my 100 days video and I had no idea where the fortress was. So it took me a while to find it, but I eventually did. I got there, got myself to a blaze spawner and just chilled here for a bit, killing blazes and picking up rods. There's something super satisfying about with killing these with an ice sword. It's just the noises and I had a lovely time doing that, I must admit. Anyway, I then got back down to business, got some more and killed a couple of endermen as well to get more pearls. But then I went back home and had a little sleepy time because I was tired. Okay, so let's just be honest here. I jumped the gun last time. I mean, I wasn't really prepared, so this time I wanted to make sure that I was super prepared for my fight with the ender dragon and getting to the end. So I started off that day by making a couple of potions. I then rode out on Inferno to go find some villages because I wanted to go ahead and steal their waystones. If I had the waystones, I could get around a lot quicker and it would just make things way more efficient. So I got back to the sun god, put down a waystone there because I wanted to be able to replenish the powers that this guy gives me whenever I wanted. So that's what I did, got back over to this guy, touched his belly, which is super weird, and then he gives me the power of the sun. Yeah, it's so weird. Anyway, I then decided to use the waystone that I had just put down and head back home. I mean, now I was starting to get settled in. I mean, I was getting prepared. This was good, people. This was good. But I did need some more ender pearls, so that's what I did that night. I went out looking for endermen, found a couple, and eventually one did drop me the final pearl that I needed. So I went back home and made the 5 eyes of ender that were going to get me to the end. Oh, sleepy time again. Alright, so it was day 143, and it was time to jump up on Inferno and get going to get to the end portal again. Took me ages, by the way. Alright, this time I did in fact have a waystone to put down. That means I can get back here if I want in the future. So, these are the Eyes of Ender that I worked so hard for. Put them down. And boom. You get the most satisfying noise in gaming history. I don't know why, I just love it so much. But anyway, I yeeted myself straight into the end and wanted to get this battle going. I applied my strength potion and a fire resistance potion for absolutely no reason whatsoever. I don't know why, but just whatever. Okay. Anyway, I got up onto my dragon and started to try take out the crystals. And nothing was happening. I thought this fire blast was gonna make it super easy to take these things out, but it wasn't working. Ah, bro. Okay, so I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna do this the old-fashioned way. I put Inferno back and start going Katniss Everdeen on these things and start getting some bow shots off, taking them all out one by one, because I'm an absolute master. I'm not. It actually took me a very long time, and eventually, yeah, I did in fact get them all, but it took time, you know? I mean, it did take time. And I'm also lucky that I had Feather Falling Tree on my boots. Anyway, I was having fun right now. I absolutely love these battles because, to be honest, I didn't have much to worry about because my armor is so good, man, and so are my weapons. It did take me some time, but eventually I did take out all the towers, and it was just me and him. Me and the Ender Dragon, but I did have my Dragon Steel Sword, which is absolutely perfect for this situation because he's a dragon. Sword is made from dragon steel. Yeah, look how awesome it is. Yeah, I mean, come on. With every little slash, swipe, and strike I took at this guy, his health was going right down. It also had the ice effect, so it slowed him right down. It was insanely easy. I did finally get underneath him for the last time and struck down my final few blows, and just like that, he was done. Yeah, let's go! Ender Dragon defeated. It rains down that delicious XP. Oh my days, it is so good. And you may have noticed he drops something extra this time. I actually got the Ender Dragon wings. Okay, this was insane. I had his egg, I had his wings. It was an unbelievable end to the day. I got back into the overworld and it spawned me right at the start. This was the house that I started in my 100 days. But I got home and took a well-deserved nap. Alright, so it was day 148 and it was a chill day. I decided to get rid of my armor in this little area where I did hatch eggs before and wanted to put down the Ender Dragon egg. I wanted to make a little display case, so I went ahead and made some dye and made some stained glass because I wanted to make this look really, really cool. So I got to work and I made a little glass case thing. It's absolutely awful looking. Yeah, that's what happened on that day. Alright, so I rolled into day 149 with a smile on my face. Yeah, especially looking at that little display case thing I made. That thing is ridiculous. Alright, anyway, I wanted to go ahead and make myself a compass. Not any old compass, this was nature's compass. This thing was going to lead me to any biome in the map that I wanted. So I hit it up for a swampland. This is the area where my next challenge would lie. So I got onto Inferno and rolled out to try and find this big swampland. I did in fact find it. The next thing I needed to find was the Hydra's lair. This was a 2-headed, 3-headed, 4-headed, 5-headed, a massively crazy, multiple-headed snake beast thing. Yeah. I saw him and he immediately hit me with some venom straight to my face and the battle was on. So I got a little bit closer, started getting off some bow shots and I was having some success. This was pretty cool. I was liking it. Then his heads just kept on growing. I was able to shoot 1 or 2 of them off and then they just grew back more. So I decided to get the big guns out. I jumped on Inferno and started raining down fire on this dude. Again, I was taking off his heads, and 2 more would grow back in its place. this was insane. I couldn't kill him. I didn't know what was happening. I then read up that fire was this guy's enemy, so I jumped back onto my dragon and start going at him again. But nothing. He was smart. He kept on getting back into the water and putting himself out. I couldn't kill him. So I left that guy and went on to try find another. I did actually find one pretty close by, so I was gonna try get this guy. I didn't want him to go into the water, so I tried to keep him away from it. I got my bow shots off, then got back up onto Inferno to rain down the fire. But again, this dude was actually smart. He went into the water to try stay away from the fire. It was insane how smart this guy was, but I was able to get over to the other side of this little river and rain down the fire once more. And eventually, finally, I actually did it. I killed the Hydra serpent. He was done. He was dead, and I was victorious. Oh my days, I did not think that would have taken so long, but my reward was some Hydra fangs. These were poison tip fangs that I could go ahead and turn into arrows, which was pretty nice. So I grabbed some of the materials that I needed and called it a day. Alright, I finally made it home on day 155 and I got myself some breakfast. Epic. Anyway, yeah, then I went ahead and made some of these arrows, the Hydra arrow. They poison and leech life from their target. Sounds absolutely epic. I also made a brand new dragon bone bow because I wanted to basically repair the one I already had. So yeah, I did that. Happy days. I then went ahead and realized that I had a lot of dragon scales, so I made some dragon scale blocks and then made some of the fire forge blocks. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make myself a fire forge, but I wanted to be prepared. I then tested out the bow. It didn't really do anything, so I got frustrated and I chopped this guy's head off with my sword. Okay, so honestly, I actually totally forgot about these things. I actually had the Ender Dragon's wings. I'd never seen these before. I put them on and yeah, I just became the Ender Dragon. This is ridiculous. These things are absolutely insane, so I wanted to check them out. They worked pretty much like Elytra wings, which was nice. Well, then I realized it says something pretty cool that basically if I go ahead and get a dragon head, it will give me indefinite propulsion. So I could literally be a dragon. Interesting. I can become a dragon. This was gonna be good. Alright, so I was feeling good. I mean, I was going to get the Ender Dragon head and become an Ender Dragon. I was gonna be a dragon in Minecraft. This is so good. So that's what I did. I went straight back to the end to go and find an end city. Hopped through the portal, got there, and went straight to my inventory to go ahead and grab my dragon. Where's my dragon? My dragon horn. Where is it? I don't see it. Okay, don't panic. I panicked. I unbelievably panicked. I went straight back home as fast as I could. This was insane. My dragon horn was missing. I had no idea where it was. I checked every single chest. It was gone. I literally lost my dragon. I was panicked. I looked for it. I did everything I could. I remembered I had fused the summoning crystal. I got that out. I hit it. It did nothing. My dragon was gone. What was after happening? Okay, people that play Minecraft Java Edition know that sometimes crazy stuff happens, but this was insane. My dragon of 150 days was gone. Like, gone. I looked, searched everywhere. It was gone. Okay, so, I mean, I did get pretty upset about this. I had no idea what had happened, but Inferno, my favorite dragon, was no more. I mean, dude, I think it was something to do with the horn being in my inventory when my inventory was full, and when I clicked there, something had disappeared, but okay, I was feeling pretty morbid and pretty down, so I made Inferno a gravestone thing. Why is this video so dark at times? Anyway, I took my frustration out on these cows and killed them all. Okay, I wasn't gonna let that get me down. The show must go on, so I got going again. I decided to make myself some more bone meal because Khaleesi was now going to be my main dragon. My only dragon. Well, let's face it, he was pretty sick as well. I mean, this guy looks absolutely huge now, so I was pretty happy. I went ahead and made him some more armor. I used what gold and iron that I had, but I did in fact get a full set of armor for Khaleesi. So let's be honest, this dragon is pretty powerful as well. A stage 5 with full armor, I'm liking it. So I'm not saying that I didn't love Inferno, but I mean, I got over his death pretty quickly. I had to move on. So I grabbed my new favorite dragon, Khaleesi, and I went out to go back to the end portal to get to an end city. I wanted to get this Ender Dragon head so I could basically turn myself into a dragon, so I got to it again. Albeit this time with a different dragon, but I was gonna do it. So I got back in straight away. This time I did in fact have a dragon with me. I put him down and got on board. It was me, Khaleesi, and the open end. This was going to be way easier to find a city. So I got going, rolled out, and before long, I should say not before long, I found an end city. It was super easy and I was super excited. So I did spend a lot of time here. I had fun. I grabbed the Elytra wings just cause, I mean, I wasn't gonna need them because I had the dragon wings, and then I went ahead and grabbed the Ender Dragon head. Okay, here's the test. I have Ender Dragon wings. I have an Ender Dragon head. I look like the Ender Dragon. Oh my days, I am the Ender Dragon. This is absolutely insane. I am actually the Ender Dragon in Minecraft. This is so good. I could fly absolutely anywhere I wanted. And I'll be honest, this thing was insanely fast. It was so good. So I spent a lot of days just messing around in here, taking out shulkers to get their shells so I could make shulker boxes later on. I explored, had fun, and did stuff, but eventually I decided, yeah, I think I am going to go home, so that's what I did. I headed back home, got back to the overworld, and decided I wanted to just fly home. I mean, look how quickly I was able to get around. I was home already. This was so good. That really was a fun few days, and I decided to go ahead and make my little display case look a little bit nicer. Okay, come on now. That's a little bit better than it was before. I finished off the few days by making myself some shulker boxes. Alright, so those days were absolutely epic. I could become a dragon whenever I wanted. So there was time for a little bit of a change of pace. So I decided to play with some chickens. No, okay, I have a plan, okay, people? I am going to make some cake. So I need to get, okay, just relax, okay? I know this is a lot of effort going into this just to make a cake, but I have to make a cake. I also needed to make this crazy trap plant thing, because I wanted to make a different type of cake. Okay, I'm not spending like 100 days videos making cakes. There is method to my madness here. I do have a plan. I do have a challenge that I want to do. I also made some jars. Some of you may know where this is going, some of you may not. Anyway, I grabbed the eggs that I needed, all the milk, the wheat, the sugar, all the stuff. Oh yeah, that was an oof, by the way. I threw one of the eggs that I needed. And yeah, I made a cake. I promise, this is going somewhere. Alright, just everybody calm down, because I know what you guys are like. You're all about to turn this video off, because I'm making cakes, alright? It's about to get interesting, okay? Anyway, yeah, I started off this day by making some cakes, alright? I actually made a birthday cake, because this is super lame, but it's actually my real life birthday today when I'm finishing the edit on this, so I knew that was going to happen, so I made a birthday cake, but okay. Alright, here's where the fun thing happens, alright? I put my dragon away. I got on my dragon head and my dragon wings, and I went out, cause I need to find a dark oak forest for my next task. And then this happens! What? It's Inferno! What? He's just sitting there. I was traveling along, and next thing, my dragon is literally just sitting there. How? What? How? I have no idea what happened, but I got my dragon back. I was so happy, dude. I'm absolutely buzzing. Inferno is back. I better get rid of that grave before he sees it. Yeah. Whew. Okay, but I'm super happy. Okay, so I did in fact have time now to head on out and find myself a dark oak forest. I got onto the ground and started looking around. And yeah, came across this little weird glowing dude, and he gave me some jelly. Okay, whatever. Well, anyway, I found an oak forest and then found what I was looking for. A little tiny pixie. Hee-hee! Alright, these things like cake. That's why I was making the cake. So I popped the cake down and start attracting these little things over. I mean, look at them. They look so cool. And boom, I caught one in a jar. Okay, it is kind of evil, but I mean, yeah, I was catching these things. I wanted one of each. I like these little pixies. There's 5 variants, 5 different colors, so I was gonna catch them all. Like Ash Ketchum. Yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, there was the purple one. I got that into a jar, and there was a lot of these little glowy things around, and then I realized they have their own little village. Little tree trunks turn into little pixie houses, and I destroyed them. Okay, yeah, it's so weird, but I mean, I want to take them home and have them as pets. I caught another one. I don't know why this makes me feel so evil, but it does. And yeah, there's the orange one. Feeling pretty good now. I think I have 4 out of the 5, and yeah, I got an ultra rare drop off one of them that I killed. Don't tell anybody. But I got pixie wings, and I did have all 5 variants of the pixies, so another mission complete. I went to bed happy and feeling super evil. Alright, so my little pixie mission was a success, so I decided to make a little table here and put them all down. I was their captor. Haha. Yeah. It's kind of weird. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to go ahead and make myself the pixie wand scepter thing, but I needed to get some more blaze rods. So back to the nether I went. Took me some time, but I eventually got back and was able to make this thing. I needed a diamond, those wings that I got, and a blaze rod, and it gave me the legendary weapon. Shoots a magic charge, deals damage, and makes you levitate. This thing was pretty sick. Maybe I'll use it in my 300 days video. Ooh, a 300 days video? Ooh, maybe. Let me know in the comments. Okay, so I smashed these little guys out because they were my spares, and I kind of wanted them to flow around and just kind of have a nice time. I gave them some cake. I then decided to make a little village outside because these things are super cute and I think they look awesome, so that's what I did then. I then went back inside, grabbed one of the pixies in a jar, and decided, yeah, you're now just going to be in a jar in this little area because it's, yeah, it makes it bright and it's kind of cool. Anyway, I then decided to eat some pixie dust. I don't really know why I did that, but it makes me glow and levitates me, which is kind of crazy. And then I also ate some of the jelly that I got from those weird kind of glowing things, and that gave me night vision. Yeah, this was pretty cool, but a few minutes later, let's just say I didn't feel very good. Things start getting a bit weird. I think it was time for bed. Okay, so I did take a couple of days to rest off after that crazy experience of eating those things. No, I'm just joking around. Basically, I went on a spree to get as much meat as I could over the next few days because I wanted to level up my dragons, make sure that they were both epic stage 5, both super strong, and both ready for any sort of a battle that could be thrown up. So I then went ahead and went to the bone farm because I needed more bones to make more dragon meal. Okay, this process is not as fast as you think it would be. It took a long time, but I did kill myself a lot of skeletons. One eternity later, yeah, it took a long time. But I had got a lot of bones, a lot of meat, and now a lot of pixie dust. I don't know why I wanted this stuff so badly. Anyway, yeah, so I made the dragon meal. I had a lot of it now. I was feeling good, so I decided to go out to my 2 dragons, feed them up, both at 125 days old and both at stage 5. So these things were absolutely beasts. I've got to be honest, I did think about having a battle between the 2 of them to see who would be the winner and who would be the coolest, and it would be my favorite dragon then. But you can't fight your own dragons, unfortunately. Oh man. So yeah, I finished off these few days by getting another dragon horn and making sure that both my dragons were safe in the horns, both stage 5, both huge, both massive, and both absolutely epic. I had officially become an awesome dragon trainer. I mean, I always was, but you know, now it's just official. So we are now at the business end of my 200 days, and to be honest, I wasn't ever really thinking of dying. I wasn't fearful. I wasn't scared. I had an epic dragon. I had epic armor. I had epic weapons. I was going around killing dragons for fun. Yeah, literally, that's what I was doing. I was literally going around and killing dragons for fun. But anyway, I did find a massive biome, and I did find a gigantic dead dragon corpse. So I started hearing things, and I decided to start digging down. Down, deeper and down, and eventually I did find a nest. I was right. The sounds I was hearing were coming from here. This is a gigantic fire dragon nest thing. Oh, it's called underground cave nest. Anyway, yeah, I took a shot at this guy and ran for my life because I knew I needed to get back onto my dragon to have a chance of defeating a stage 5, but that's what I did. Got myself out of the hole, got onto Khaleesi, hovered above, and rained down the icy terror upon this dragon. And not before long, I actually did it. Took it out, a stage 5 female dragon, harvested all the bones and everything it had, and actually got myself a brand new dragon egg. It was a grey fire dragon egg. I was so excited, super happy with my last couple of days. So an epic way to finish off my 200 days would be with a brand new dragon. So I made a new little platform where I could go ahead and hatch this thing. I used dragon bones to make the floor. I mean, come on, that's flexing a little bit here, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I eventually got this little egg down and started a fire to get this thing incubated and eventually hatched. I was super happy with this and getting really excited. But then it started burning the place, so I had to put down more blocks. But anyway, yeah, that was done. And I wanted to get my 2 boys out. Well, one's a boy, one's a girl. Oh, they can actually be the parents to this little dragon. Yeah, that's a good idea. But these guys were out and ready for the birth of our brand new little friend, our brand new dragon. So we made it. It was day 200 and I was super happy that I have survived this long. So there's a dude in the Discord called Supreme Ta, and I decided to pick him for the name of this dragon. I like to shout out the guys in the Discord from time to time, so guys, if you want to join the Discord, it is in the link in the description below, and yeah, make it happen. Come join the fam. Anyway, that's Supreme, brand new little dragon. This guy is epic. It's gonna grow up to be a monster. You can just tell by this dude, he is gonna be crazy. Supreme, my little epic dragon. But guys, there you have it, 200 days in Minecraft Ice and Fire Dragons in hardcore mode. That was absolutely epic. I loved it so much. That's why I came back to the 200 days straight away. So smash a like rating, guys. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Let me know in the comments below what you think of these 200 days. And yeah, for now, I'm just gonna ride around on Once Lost Inferno. Have a good day, everyone. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I'm out. Peace! Ride on, Inferno!